Hi Taurus, welcome to your December 2023 energy reading. My name is Kimberly from the Path Illuminated. If you are returning, thank you so much for your support. If you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can stay up on when I post new content here. I hope you are doing well, Taurus, as well as you can be. It is already December 2nd as I am recording this reading for you. We are well into Sagittarius season and the end of the Gregorian calendar. It's crazy how quickly this year has gone by. So I'm going to continue to do these overall monthly energy readings as well as the mid-months. I will be looking at changing up the cadence even more in the new year and creating more content on a more regular basis, but I'm going to take the rest of this year to kind of slow down and to recalibrate, especially as we do have Mercury going into retrograde on December 13th through January 1st. So we're already in the pre-shadow phase for Mercury, and everyone's different, but for me, usually the 2 weeks prior are the most intense during Mercury retrograde, but really the entire 2 weeks before, the 2 weeks after, the whole period, like my tech is always annoying and glitchy and slow. So just something to be aware of, not afraid of, you know. You just want to double, triple check things, reconsider things. If you do have to sign contracts, just be very careful. Look at all of the fine print. We don't need to be scared, just prepared. All right, Taurus, as I mentioned, this will be a general energy reading for the month of December 2023. This is not a personal reading, so put yourself where you go. If you are interested in a personal reading, Taurus, I will link all of my details below. Please note that the only way to book a personal reading with me is via my website. I will never reach out to you directly to solicit you for a reading. So please be aware of that. All of my social media handles are exactly the same, at the Path Illuminated, all one word, no special characters or numbers or any of that. So just be aware of scammers and imposters. All right. So Taurus, always remember that you have free will. So if something comes out in the reading that you're not super happy with, remember you can change your perspective. You can change how you deal with a situation or a person. Right? Nothing is set in stone. Energy is constantly changing depending on the decisions that we make and how we engage with it. So always trust your own inner guidance and wisdom above anything else. Thank you, angel spirits and guides. Please help me in pulling the most relevant messages for the Taurus collective for December 2023. What messages, Taurus, needs at this time? Thank you, angel spirits, guides. Please help me in pulling the most relevant messages for the Taurus collective at this time. What messages do we have for Taurus? All right, so we've got the initial 5 cards out here, Taurus. Let me just get the clarifying deck ready before we get into it here. Don't forget to like and subscribe if the message resonates. Let me know how this is showing up for you, Taurus. Why is the Page of Cups in reverse here, Spirit, for Taurus for December? Why is the 7 of Cups here for Taurus? It's one too many cards. Just 1 or 2 for the 7 of Cups, please, Spirit, for Taurus. Okay. Why is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse? Okay. Why is the 5 of Wands here for Taurus, Spirit? Why is the 7 of Pentacles here, Spirit? Whoa, that's a lot of cards. Just too many. Why is the definitely pull some additional cards, but let's start with what's here. Taurus. Okay, so we start off December. We've got Page of Cups in reverse, Queen of Swords in reverse. Have you been struggling with communicating with somebody, Taurus? Is there somebody that's been on your mind in your life, right? And everyone's going to be different, but friend, family member, someone you've dated, someone you've been in a relationship, former coworker, I don't know, former boss, I don't know. It seems like there's some type of communication that's been on your heart and mind that you haven't really been doing anything about, and it's continuing to sort of be there. I don't know if you've been like trying not to acknowledge that there's this you're feeling confused, right? There's a lot of different ways that you could approach this person, someone you need to talk to, right? And like I said, everything's going to be different, but I feel like maybe you've been really in your head. There's a lot of different ways you could approach this situation, this person, and you're not really sure how. Maybe you're struggling with opening up and being vulnerable about what it is you want to discuss or talk about. The Seven of Cups is clarified by the Five of Pentacles and the Hermit card of Taurus, or Virgo, actually. You are definitely in December in hermit mode. And I feel like you've been avoiding having this conversation with whoever this person is. Like I said, this could be a friend, could be a family member, could be someone you work with, a boss, a former lover, or, you know, potential love interest. I don't know. You are afraid that if you go towards this person and communicate whatever it is you need to communicate, I think you're afraid of how they're going to perceive you, how they're going to take you. You're afraid of being left out in the cold. You're afraid of being further isolated, maybe making a situation worse. But you're definitely kind of leaning into this hermit mode during December. And I see you up in your head about what to do. You're definitely feeling stuck. Things have slowed down and are going to continue to slow down. At least if you're in the northern hemisphere like myself, right? It's December. We're moving closer to, winter time. The days are shorter, and we have Mercury retrograde, which is 100% a slowdown. And it can be really challenging. The sun in reverse, when I first saw this, I was like, yeah, we're not getting as much daylight, right? Seasonal depression. It affects us in ways that we don't even necessarily understand. And I feel like this situation, this person that you've been hesitating to talk to, like the longer you put this off, the more it might be contributing to this feeling of like things not going in your favor. But I really do, I've never even gotten that intuitive sort of feeling about the sun in reverse. I really feel like you need to acknowledge that the change in seasons is affecting you. And I also think that this is an admonition to get outside more, Taurus. I know that's super practical, but that should be up your alley. Even if it's just for like an hour a day, make sure that you get out into nature, you're out in the sun. It's going to help you with your mood. And I don't know about you, Taurus, but for me, like I can get very stuck in my head, like any of us. When I go for a walk, when I go sit in the park, when I listen to the birds and the trees and the wind and whatever, like I know it's so cliche, but it clears my mind. It helps make things clearer. But yeah, things are feeling a bit upside down, not necessarily in a bad way, but there might be some frustration. And look, let me just say this, right? Because this is a general reading, Taurus. This could be you. This could also be somebody else. Maybe there is somebody else that has been avoiding a conversation with you, avoiding an apology, avoiding addressing something. And they've been very confused, and they've been afraid that if they come at you, right, that they're going to be left out in the cold, and they are perceiving you as the hermit, as wanting to be left alone. So let me just be clear about that. This could go either way. You put yourself where you go. Either you have been avoiding having this communication with somebody, or they've been avoiding having it with you. Regardless, you're definitely in hermit mode. Understandable. Make sure you're getting enough sun. Accept that any perceived delay or slowdown is just a perception, and it's happening for your favor. Five of Wands, Three of Cups. Very interesting for me. I see this as an indication that after a time of drama, there is going to be something to celebrate. That any sort of conflicts that happen this month, Taurus, is just to make it clear to you who needs to be removed from your environment. You only need supportive, emotionally available people in your circle right now, right? You don't need to deal with people who decide that you're the villain, people who are in some secret, competition with you, people who want to talk behind your back, talk behind other people's back, right? Instead of owning their own BS, you don't be around people that celebrate you, that help you remember who you are, that support you. Seven of Pentacles, you're definitely going to be taking the time to look back at the year and think about how far you've come, what you've invested, what's grown, what changes you need to make in the future. Justice in reverse for me is an indication from the universe to use this period, right? The end of the year as we're moving into 2024 to get clear on what was out of balance for you in 2023. What relationships, what projects, what work environments, what situations were out of balance, and how can you prepare for the new year to no longer be in those places, right? Where you're fighting an uphill battle, where there's always drama with people, where nothing, you do makes them happy, right? Where they're just entitled to you and your energy. You only need supportive people in your life now, Taurus. Let's go a little bit deeper. I'd like to get a little more information on this Page of Cups, Queen of Wands in reverse, the Hermit. So this could be confirming that this is you, that there's someone you've needed to have a conversation with, but you've really been withdrawing and isolating. This could be them, or it could just be both of you, right? That very well could be like during December, you both are in hermit mode. So maybe, and look, like I said, right? We are in this Mercury retrograde shadow period for the rest of the year. So, as far as I'm concerned personally, like any sort of like delay in communication is for their benefit, for your benefit. Take the time, right, to really get clear about what has worked, what hasn't worked, reconnecting with nature, cutting off anything that creates drama, being around supportive friends, giving yourself credit for the past, identifying how things have been out of balance and how to avoid this in the future. I'm kind of getting that you're both in hermit mode, whoever this is. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of overthinking, questioning oneself, I think, for a lot of people at this time. I think this makes sense with the Mercury retrograde. I don't think this is anything to be avoided. I think it's just more of a like, know what this is. Don't be surprised by it, right? This is a time where you should be leaning into hermit mode again, right? Like get out into nature. Don't let it consume you, right? Say bye to people that want drama. Like just walk away from it. Don't engage in other people's battles that aren't your own. Nine of Swords. Yeah, I think there's definitely going to be some sleepless nights. Again, I really feel like this is an overall sort of energy for the collective at this time, with this Mercury retrograde. Taurus. All right, can I get a few more cards on this? Three of Wands, waiting for your ship to come in. The World, this is the end of a cycle. I think you're going to get really, really clear this month, Taurus, about what matters, who matters, your priorities. Yes, there may be still some overthinking, some sleepless nights, some people that need to be cut off. And even when we know that that is right, that can be difficult. And I don't know if this is like you or them. There's some conversation that needs to be had that has not happened yet. And that is either weighing on your mind or someone else's mind. But this is a time that is necessary for shedding of old patterns, and getting really clear about what is worth your time and energy. I think if you're the person that is meant to be having or starting this conversation in the new year, Taurus, you'll get really clear about how to approach this person and what it is you need to say to get into alignment with yourself, whether it's like completely cutting somebody off, or, you know, apologizing, or just like clearing the air. And for this person as well, I think if it's the other person, right, like I think that this is about them getting the courage and clarity on how to approach you with regard to this conversation. But I think it's really about leaning into the hermit mode, surrounding yourself with people that love and support you during this challenging period, giving yourself credit for what you've done, identifying how things have been, you know, out of balance, and understanding that your ships are coming in, right? That this is the end of a cycle. This is a new cycle for you that's coming in 2024, Taurus. Can I get one more card here for Taurus? And you're going to be victorious. So it's like this hermit mode, this slow down, and then I saw the Ten of Pentacles just slip too. We love to see it, Taurus. Yeah, so, you know, embrace hermit mode, but make sure you're getting sunshine. Any perceived slow down, Taurus, is just that. Walk away from the drama. Give yourself some credit, right? Also assess how you can do better for yourself in the future. You know, accept that there are going to be sleepless nights and doubting yourself. It's going to be a natural process, but you're going to be gaining clarity on how to move forward, and ultimately how you move forward in the new year, Taurus, is going to be very, very successful in the 3D reality. Like 10 of Pentacles, what more could you ask for? So I'm going to leave it there, Taurus. But I want to pull a couple of oracle cards to close this message out. This is from The Universe Has Your Back. When I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. Your peace is going to come from your relationship with Spirit, with God, with Allah, whatever you want to call it. You know, lean into those spiritual practices while you're in hermit mode, meditation, yoga, walks in the sunshine, Taurus. Don't stay home so much that you never actually leave, right? Like, you need some natural vitamin D. And then I'm going to pull a card from the Crystal Mandala Oracle by Alana Fairchild. All right. And we got card 23. Ascended Masters, Jesus and Rose Sophia, Meaningful Sacrifice, Crystal Masters 333. Let me pull that one from the book, Taurus. Okay. Make sure you can see this. We bring you the blessing of meaningful sacrifice. To manifest your divine destiny, there are times when want must give way to a greater need. It may feel as though you are being denied the very thing that you yearn for the most. However, when meaningful sacrifice is being asked of you, there is far more generous and loving reality at play. What is being denied now will ultimately create the opportunity for far greater gain. This doesn't necessarily resolve the pain of unfulfilled desire in this moment, but it does soothe your soul with the understanding that if you feel denied, it is only so that your fulfillment can come about in a more extraordinary and generous expression in due course. And let me read this other part. Whoop. Now the cards are everywhere. To integrate this guidance, you may like to speak this invocation now. I call upon the crystal angel of Rosophia and ascended Master Jesus Christ, who love me unconditionally. Thank you for the divine healing blessing of meaningful sacrifice. May the discipline asked of me be an opportunity for me to discover my inner strength, courage, and faith. May I be supported by love to surrender my attachments to how I wish things would be, so that the universe may bless me with all that would cause my soul to overflow with joy. May I be protected and nurtured on my true path and divine destiny at all times. All that I unconditionally surrender to divine love attracts even greater blessings into my life. I accept the blessings that become available to me through my meaningful sacrifice, through divine grace and my own free will. So be it. That's really beautiful. Yeah, this is a time of, solitude, Taurus. And I think it's always a great reminder that our manifestations don't always show up the way that we want them to. But ultimately, whatever's happening, understand that the universe is working for you and not against you. If these messages resonated, please like and subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye.